Hi, everyone. Hi, I hope you've had a great week. I'm going to be very honest. I'm laughing because I'm tired right now. I'm making our lesson video for this week. We are talking about our bragging and boasting. Reading from chapter 3 in James. Yes, we're still in James. We are starting in the beginning of James. So we're going to read from James 3 through 5. And it says, if we set bits in the horses' of mouths to make them obey us, we can turn their whole bodies about. Likewise, look at the ships. Though they are so great and driven by rough winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the impulse of the helmsman determines. Even so, the tongue is a little member. Look how little. A little member, and it can boast of great things. See how much wood or how great a forest a tiny spark can set ablaze. So, I feel like it looks big when I see it on recording, but my tongue, compared to my face, and throwing my arms, and my legs, and the rest of my body, it's really small, right? It's just tiny. So, this thing is used, and it's so powerful, though. And we need to use it for the right things. In Ephesians 4:29, it tells us, let nothing unwholesome come out of your mouth, except for that which is good for building one another up. So, talking nicely, speaking kindly, not bragging on someone, but, using good and kind things to help people and encourage them. And we also see that in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar was not a great king. He boasted on himself. And that's kind of what we're talking about with our tongue. It can make such a big difference. Just like when you put a bit, it's so small, a bit compared to the size of a horse, but that little thing in their mouth, with you holding a rein, can steer their whole body right or left, or cause them to halt or move. It's just that big, but it's able to move an entire horse. And a rudder, I don't know if you've ever seen one, it's not very big at all, and it makes a ship go one way or another. So our tongues have that ability too. They can help us to get through difficult things. If we boast on ourselves, though, we shouldn't be. We often will talk about something that we've accomplished, but how have we truly accomplished that? Are you good at a sport? Are you good at one of the arts? Like maybe football. Kind of thinking about football season right now. Or maybe you're good at basketball or baseball. And maybe you like to sing and you're gifted with a beautiful voice. But who really gave you that voice? God. And he wants you to use it. But he's the one who should get the credit for it. Just like the ability to play sports. God is giving you maybe the right coaches, and he's giving you the body to be able to do those things. Those are the gifts of God, and we should boast on him for what he does for us. I'm going to read from Daniel chapter 4, verses 28 through 33. I know it's a long reading. Be patient with me. So, all this was fulfilled and came upon King Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, he was walking in the royal palace of Babylon. The king said, is not this the great Babylon that I have built as the royal residence and seat of government by the might of my power and for the honor and glory of my majesty? While the words were still in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven, saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is spoken, the kingdom has departed from you, and you shall be driven from among men, and your dwelling will be with the living creatures of the field. You will be made to eat grass like the oxen, and 7 times shall pass, or years, shall pass over you until you have learned and know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he will. We just learned that King Nebuchadnezzar had to eat grass because he was taking all the credit. And God showed him he wasn't supposed to have the credit. After 7 years, he would realize that God was the one who deserved all the credit. And it was him who made it possible. So, before you boast and brag on yourself, boast and brag on the God who made you who you are and gifted you with what you have. So, I pray that this week, as you go through, as you're getting into your new sports or joining new things at school, and whether it's at our school, we're starting chess, and we have volleyball, and we have track going on, cross country track. And the things that everyone is able to accomplish is by the glory of God. Through him, all things are possible. So make sure you give him the credit. Thank him each day for those gifts, and also share how awesome he is with your friends. All right. Hope you have a blessed week. Bye, guys.